Here are fluid gaps. They don't change on size based on tablet or mobile settings, but instead they adjust to all screen sizes, giving the fluid feel instead. This is a follow-up to my fluid sections and containers video, and using fluid systems like this, not only does it help speed up the whole website building process, but it just makes everything so much easier when it comes to mobile responsiveness. Here, let me show you. Since we're using Flexbox and Grid, we have gaps in between all of our elements, all of our containers, basically between everything, and it's great. You can see here in our grid, we have our default gaps, and the default's going to be found here in the site settings underneath the layout, and by default, they have 20 pixels gaps inside of Elementor. Now, just a quick note, this should always be rem, never leave it on pixels for accessibility. If we put our default at 0, you're going to see then we have no gaps at all. If we undo it, our columns, well, this is going to be our vertical, and then our rows are going to be horizontal. My default is either always 1.25 rem or 1.5 rem, 20 pixels or 24 pixels. But here's where the fluid gap system really comes in handy and how it could help you. Let's say we got a section like this. All right, the content, it's way too close to the graphic. We want some breathing room. Now we could go in and manually do it here in our container over in our gaps. We could go ahead, change this to rem, and then we could put something like 7.5, which I believe is 120 pixels. And now we have good spacing, but then we have to go and fix this inside of our tablet. Maybe we want to take it to 2.5. Okay, there's a bug there. And by the way, this bug has been in Elementor for about 4 years now. Elementor, please fix it. And we could put it at 2.5, and then we could do the same thing for mobile. And well, you see what's happening. We got to do a lot of clicking. It does interrupt the design process. And the problem with this is that it creates inconsistencies, because as you are going through the site and you see where you need more spacing using gaps, you are more likely to input different values instead of using a system. So not only is this going to be better for responsiveness, what we're about to do, but it's going to be better for your design as well. Let's go ahead and just remove all of this, and let me show you the system. So we're going to go over here to advanced, to our CSS classes, and we're just going to put in a class, and I'm going to call this class gap XXL. That is it. It's already set up. We are using a CSS snippet where we are using gap classes like gap XXS, which is extra small, or we could just go gap S, which is small, gap large, and you see what we're doing. We're using t-shirt sizes, everything from gap extra small to gap extra large. And now when we do put this at, let's say, XXL, when we go to tablet mode, we don't need to change anything. It's already automatically adjusting based on the screen size. It's a different workflow where we are instead utilizing this class, the gap dash t-shirt size, instead of having to go in and manually change your gaps when you do want to change them. And not only is it for sections like this, we could go into grids and change the entire grid. Let's go to the outer grid over to our CSS classes. And you can see here, we already got a class section L. This is a follow-up to my last fluid video. And by the way, there are already thousands of people using this system. I get messages, so many messages from everybody using this system and how it's changed, how they're building their Elementor websites. This is why we're going to take it to the next level and keep doing this. Let's go ahead and put in gap XXL, and you see it works across our grids and even our inner container. So maybe we want more spacing between this content here. Let's go to advanced to our CSS classes. We're going to put gap L, give it bit more spacing. And again, when we do go to a smaller screen size, this is going to start to make that gap smaller gradually based on that screen size. It'll come in handy for something like this. Let's say we have this inner container with 2 buttons and we want more space. Well, we could go in and put in our gap large and give it a bit more space, or we might want far less space. And to remove that, and when we're dealing with little sections like these, this comes in handy. Now, let's take a look at the CSS and how to apply this. Here's a very simple CSS snippet, and do not worry if you're brand new, you don't understand CSS, you definitely can still use this. It is so easy. I'm going to show you how. First, all you need to do is copy and paste this. It is good to go as it is. I do advise using a code management plugin when we are using CSS snippets like this in our WordPress websites. Fluent Snippets is a great free option. WP Codebox is a great professional level option. Definitely, it does make it a lot easier. Now, the only thing if you were to edit it is going to be right here in this top part. These are our variables, and this is basically the globals inside of our CSS. I added these in comments just to show you what the sizes are. For example, our gap XXL, this is going to be 20 pixels on mobile, but 120 pixels on desktop. If you want to change your desktop sizing, maybe you want more space, you would just change the last value right here, the 7.5 rem. Maybe you want it much bigger. You could put 10 rem to give yourself a lot more spacing. Now for right here though, I do advise keeping these either at 20 or 24 pixels for mobile because it's going to be best for your design system. This is a system I have used for years, is tried and true. This is for proper professional design. And then when we get to our small gaps, well, this is when it can start to get smaller on mobile and in desktop because there are situations where we're going to want to have very small gaps. And if you do want to adjust how small it is or big it is on mobile, then you would just change the first values. So your first values are going to be right here for mobile. Your last value is going to be for your desktop. And that's all you need to change. Now, if you are experienced with CSS and want to adjust the calc, go for it. It's all good. But if you aren't experienced with CSS, you just want to use it as it is ready to go. There's no need to change anything. And I promise you this, if you use this system, combine this with our sections and container fluid system, it is going to make your designs better, more consistent and clean. It's also going to speed up your process, and it's going to be hard going back to manually inputting your values inside of the editor. But go ahead and give it a try because I want to see how this works for you. So definitely let me know inside of the comments. I got a few more of these fluid videos coming out, and right now I'm putting together a full fluid system, and I'm going to go deeper into this because I really truly believe this is the better way to build websites. It's faster, more productive. You have better designs because the designs are more clean, they're more consistent. And I'm also building a new module inside of the design with Elementor 2.0 where we're going to go much deeper into our fluid system. So if you want to go deeper, definitely check that out. And then when the editor V4 rolls out, it's going to be a very simple transition. I already have it mapped out. That way, when the V4 editor does roll out and it's ready to go, you're going to be ahead of the curve and ready for those big changes. Well, that's it for this video. I would love to hear your feedback. Definitely drop them inside of the comments. And if you did find this valuable and want to stay updated for the next fluid videos, then definitely do that good YouTube stuff. You know the deal. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.